Today, I'm going to discuss 10 reasons why being in a relationship with a narcissist can be extremely destructive. It can become very challenging to decide whether you should continue living with a narcissist or leave them. Experts advise leaving such individuals and understanding how to handle toxic, egotistical, and narcissistic people is crucial. You must learn this because when you leave one narcissist, you might unknowingly find yourself involved with another one, and the cycle repeats. Think of it this way: if you don't know how to drive a car and keep switching from one car to another, it'll be a difficult and frustrating experience. Hence, it's vital to comprehend this process and develop the skills to deal with people. When you begin to understand and read people, and effectively manage them, you'll be on your way to success. Let's delve into these 10 things. First, what does a narcissist do? They target your self-esteem and self-worth, undermining what you think of yourself. Your self-worth and self-image are critical in your life, happiness, and success. Until you have a healthy self-perception, positive self-regard, and self-assurance, achieving peace, happiness, and success can be challenging. A narcissist's primary objective is to shatter your self-esteem. Before encountering a narcissist, you had some level of self-worth, even if it was modest, whether through life experiences or societal influences. However, as soon as a narcissist enters your life, you begin to question yourself and your self-worth plummets. All your self-esteem vanishes. This is the most significant damage a narcissist inflicts. They devour your self-worth. The second crucial aspect of dealing with a narcissist is their inability to love or form genuine attachments in the same way as ordinary people. They don't emotionally connect with you in the conventional sense. Instead, their emotional attachment is centered around their own abnormality, their purpose, and their self-serving interests. They are incapable of true attachment and love. They cannot provide it to you, and they cannot be genuinely attached to you. The third critical point to note is that there is no loyalty in a narcissist, because they thrive on a constant stream of external validation and support, referred to as supply. This supply can come from anyone, be it person A, B, C, or D. They are willing to accept temporary supply from anyone in the world. This is why they cannot love, connect, or remain loyal to a single person. They keep multiple sources of supply to sustain themselves, never truly connecting or being loyal to anyone, not even to themselves. The fourth significant challenge in dealing with a narcissist is that as they age, they often become increasingly difficult to handle. They may become more irritable and angry, making it harder for you to understand them. In typical relationships, as people age, they tend to become wiser, more humble, and more giving. However, the opposite holds true for narcissists. As they age, their selfishness, greed, and negative traits tend to intensify, making it increasingly challenging for you to cope with their behavior. The fifth characteristic of a narcissist is their lack of accountability and self-reflection. Self-reflection is the process of recognizing and feeling remorse when you've done something wrong, whether to someone else or to yourself. It involves acknowledging mistakes and taking responsibility for them, with the aim of self-improvement. However, narcissists lack this ability. They don't believe they've ever done anything wrong and therefore don't engage in self-reflection or self-correction. The sixth aspect to understand about narcissists is that they are perpetually unsatisfied. Nothing is ever enough for them. No matter how much you give or do for them, they remain dissatisfied and believe it's insufficient. They constantly demand more love, attention, service, and resources. Even if you spend money on them, they'll insist on more. There's no endpoint to their desires. It's an insatiable craving. In contrast to normal relationships where there's a point of contentment or saturation, narcissists never reach that point. They can't be pleased or fulfilled by what you offer. They always want more. The seventh trait of narcissists is how they treat their close relationships versus their external, temporary relationships. They tend to treat those in temporary relationships very well, such as waiters, casual acquaintances, and friends. They may appear polite and considerate in these situations. However, in permanent, close relationships, they often treat their loved ones poorly. They do not empathize with your pain or suffering, and they don't show genuine concern. An interesting incident illustrates this point. A woman recounted her experience with a narcissist while dining in a restaurant. She was deeply upset and crying due to the misery the narcissist had caused in her life. She was expressing her pain to him, highlighting the injustice and hurt he had inflicted. At that moment, a child fell inside the restaurant, and the parents were comfortably eating, seemingly unconcerned. The narcissist abruptly got up to assist the fallen child, and inquired if the child was okay. The woman was astonished, as she was sitting right in front of him, clearly in anguish from his actions, but he showed no concern for her. The contrast was evident. He cared for the stranger's child, but remained indifferent to the pain he had caused her. This behavior exemplifies the narcissist's lack of genuine empathy. They may feign concern to maintain a favorable image, but it is often insincere. They show empathy only when it serves their interests or image. This incident is just one of many examples that help in identifying narcissistic individuals. The eighth characteristic of a narcissist is that they can subject you to abuse when you are in a relationship with them, manifesting as psychological, emotional, and financial mistreatment. Their primary objective is to extract as much benefit as possible from you. The ninth, and perhaps the most challenging aspect of dealing with a narcissist, is that when you need them the most, they tend to disappear. They are unavailable when you require emotional, financial, spiritual, or physical support. This is because they enter relationships primarily to fulfill their own needs, not to provide support to others. Consequently, they are absent when you need them the most. The 10th feature is their extreme concern for their public image. They meticulously craft a facade of being caring, forgiving, kind, and virtuous when in front of others, as illustrated in the previous example. However, in reality, they are often hollow and lack genuine compassion. An additional point to note is that narcissists are often self-blind. They fail to recognize their mistakes, don't acknowledge when they are wrong, and struggle to see areas where they could improve or change for the better. Please feel free to share if you have ever had experiences with a narcissist in your life or encountered someone with narcissistic traits in the comments section.